Okay, can we get started? Who is hosting? Can we get started?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So good evening, everyone.
Sir, sir, let me introduce you and Legal Vidya also.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening,
Yes.
everyone. I am Sandeep Parikh, an executive member at Legal Vidya. On behalf of Legal Vidya, I warmly welcome to you all today's free live webinar on the future with AI, opportunities, ethics, and legal implications. About the Legal Vidya, founded in 2021, Legal Vidya is an online edtech platform dedicated to legal education. We will provide internship courses, workshop, and webinar, along with opportunities for article publication, building a vibrant community of legal learners and professionals. About the webinar, today's session will explore how artificial intelligence is transforming law and other industries through automation, decision making, client interaction. We will also discuss the ethical challenge like bias accountability, data privacy, along with the emerging legal framework around AI. About the speaker, we are honored to have with us Dr. Andarpreet Singh, Director, Educative Education at Global University System India, with vast experience in both corporate and academic, including role at Reliance Jio and teaching at ISB Hyderabad and IIM Indore. Dr. Singh also globally recognized for his pioneer research on AI in human resource management. Without any further delay, let us welcome Dr. Andarpreet Singh to take us forward on today's topic. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thanks, Sandeep. Uh, I think in the interest of time, let us get started. I will not be sharing any slides. This will be a short session for uh, maximum 35, 40 minutes, and then I want to uh, take as many questions from all of you as possible, and then at 6 o'clock we will finish this webinar.
Sure.
So kindly stay muted, and when we will open it up for Q&A, then you can unmute and you can ask your questions, and you can then again mute it. So before we start discussing artificial intelligence and generative AI and agentic AI applications in the legal domain, I am not a legal expert, but some of the principles, some of the fundamentals are very common. And let me, uh, before I begin with more details, uh, I mean, as legal experts or as domain experts, uh, I teach executives. I specialized in artificial intelligence and Gen AI and agentic AI in HRM, human resource management. So I tell everyone, you are not to become specialists. Maybe one person out of hundreds, uh, let's say from you, would want to be a data scientist, but not everybody. I mean, if you are in the legal domain, then what is important is that you must equip yourself with these skills. We also call these as future skills. This is for your future readiness. You stay relevant in the market. Not only stay relevant, you are able to excel in your respective jobs or in your respective practice. Because if you are able to leverage AI and generative AI, you will be able to uh, improve effectiveness. You will be able to take data driven decisions. You will be able to automate some of the routine processes. You will be able to do your job faster. You will be able to have deep insights into many things which at present, I mean, it's very, very difficult for you to to have. For example, I mean, I was just reading legal research. There are legal databases, there are case laws, there are legal statutes, judgments. They are in lakhs. Now it's very humanly, it is impossible. I mean, let's say you are specializing in some part of civil law, and when you want to uh, get some meaningful information, now how do you do that? And before let's park this question, and then we will come to the applications. Let me begin from a very basic this thing. Uh, Scientific innovations, and this is very interesting. I mean, whenever you get time, you must read the history of scientific digital innovations. AI also comes under that, and it's a recent phenomena. The history of scientific innovations is not very old. It is just 275 years old, 1750. So historians say that our history has been very boring. Till 1750, we did nothing. We only fought wars amongst ourselves. It's only with the Industrial Revolution started and the scientific innovations started from the year 1750. We call this as Industry 1.0. It started with the with research in steam, and there was at that point in time no way that you could harness a lot of steam. Almost 90% of the steam would get wasted, and James Watson brought it the efficiency to 97-98%. That was our first scientific innovation, and this continued for over 100 years. And then the next, we call it Industry 2.0 came, which was invention of electricity, and then this age, Industry 2.0 continued for lesser time. This is another data trend you have to mark, that the Industrial Revolution, the life of Industrial Revolution started shrinking. From 125, it came down to 75 years. Then we had Industry 3.0, which was characterized by mass production. We mass produced appliances, we mass produced homes, we mass produced dams, we mass produced vehicles, and this continued till 1990. And after 1990, internet was born. We call this also as a smart technologies age. I was reading in the morning while I was preparing for this session. Bill Gates had made some remarks in 1995. Internet was an infant. It was a small baby at that time. So he had, and he has shown this now recording. At that time, he said in an auditorium that this baseball game you will be able to see live, and you will have the mobile. There were very less mobiles also. There were very less smartphones also. You will be able to see the game on your mobile, and the people in the auditorium started laughing. They said this is not possible. So Bill Gates was saying that today everything what I said 30 years earlier is possible. Okay, so that Industry 4.0 was known as the age of smart technologies, digital technologies, and because the technologies are not new. Even in the legal field, we've been using enterprise software, we've been using storing case files, we've been searching this thing. The only thing new is the intelligence built into the software, and that is where we call this as artificial intelligence age. So while the Industry 4.0 started from 1990, and it's only 35 years, steam age was 150 years. This is just 35 years, and we have started talking that now is a beginning of an AI age. And the experts are also saying that even this AI age, Industry 5.0, this may not last beyond 2040, 2042, which means that the lifespan will shrink only to 17, 18 or 20 years, which means generative AI, agentic AI, machine learning, these will also become obsolete. So as legal professionals, you must keep pace. You are not a data scientist. You are not to become the experts in these technologies, but as very active users, you must keep pace so that you are able to leverage the good things which are there in these technologies. And I will introduce the concept of augmented intelligence towards the later part of my session. So when you augment in your work, your own intelligence and the artificial intelligence, it could be agentic AI, could be generative AI, and I'll demystify these terms for you. Then this becomes a case of an augmentation of intelligence. And at all times, keep in mind that AI or agentic AI or generative AI is not your boss. You are the boss. Or at best, you can say at a peer level. In companies, we say that uh, these robots could also start getting their IDs. They can rub shoulders with the employees. They can work along with the employees. Okay. Imagine, I mean, you go to the airport and you have to get your boarding pass, and there's a robot welcoming you. This is something we may laugh today, but maybe 15 years later, this might be possible, which means robots, the machine learning, generative artificial intelligence, large language models, agentic AI, all these, we will be like a co-workers. We will work with them together. Okay. So very important that we uh, understand, and you can make notes. I did not want to show the slides because then we need a much longer session, maybe a full day or even at least half a day, and you will be just lost in uh, your attention will be divided whether you look at the slides or or hear me properly. So we will discuss five things. Number one, we will start with the fundamentals of AI and what is discriminative AI. Machine learning falls under discriminative AI. And then we will also get into legal analytics. What are these data driven legal decisions? So that will be point number two. Then point number three, we will uh, get into fundamentals of generative AI, prompt engineering, large language models, and how we can leverage these legal domain. We will also discuss briefly what is agentic AI and how agents can help in our legal domain. We will then move to augmented intelligence. How do we, as legal professionals, when I am not a legal professional, you all are, as legal professionals, how do you leverage artificial intelligence and your domain knowledge? Because like a doctor, yeah, or any professional, I mean, now that there's a need to upskill yourself continuously, otherwise you are completely outdated, and then you are not relevant for the industry. You are not relevant for your domain. In a similar way, as legal professionals, you need to update yourself uh, very fast. I mean, and there is a lot happening. We are a very vibrant country, so there's a lot happening, and you must keep updating yourself. Then we will also briefly touch upon the concept of AI ethics. So I first start with the fundamentals of artificial intelligence in a very brief manner, and then I will also talk about the machine learning. Now, you might say that artificial intelligence, the enterprise software, the advent of internet, all these things happened in the 90s. So you might be thinking that artificial intelligence have been invented somewhere 10 years earlier, 15 years earlier, and you will be very surprised that it was in industry 3.0, Industrial Revolution 3.0. This was in 1956 that artificial intelligence was in the invention happened. And after that, so what is artificial intelligence? A very fundamental and basic way. What is artificial intelligence? See, our brain has 86 billion, approximately 86 billion cell neurons. If you study biology, you will see that, and in artificial intelligence classes also, in the fundamental classes, this is not. These cells are, it's like an electric circuit. These cells pass on electric impulses from one cell to another. If you hold a very hot cup of coffee, you will immediately put the cup on the table. Why? Because there is an electric circuit formed in your brain. There is a pulse which has gone from one neuron to another neuron, and then to those neurons have then instructed the muscles and the fingers of your hand that leave the cup. It is very hot. You will injure yourself. So these connections get formed. The scientists from 1956 have been researching, and machine learning came into existence in 1980s. By turn of the century, it had started being applied in some industrial applications. And now we see that, especially post-COVID, we see that the adoption has increased manifold. So in a similar way as there are biological neurons or cells and there are electrical circuits, means one cell sends a message or the impulse to the next cell, and there is a circuit formed. In a similar way, scientists figured out that we can also have artificial neurons in an artificial neural network. In an artificial neuron, there will not be flesh and blood, but there will be software. So if we are able to connect that software and we are able to build intelligence into software, which means that, see, the enterprise software, your Excel, let's say you have put 100 cases or 100 judgments in an Excel, and you have put the pivots and all that you can do, but you cannot put intelligence in Excel. But if you have put a machine learning algorithm, you have brought in the intelligence, right? So in that way, in that software which thinks, which learns by experience, and that is why we say it's a trainable software. Machine learning is a trainable software. So I will not go into too many details of machine learning, but why do we call it a discriminative AI? Because we are able to discriminate. Let's say, like in HR, and you can relate it with your legal domain also. We say there are 1,000 profiles, and I want to screen, and I have some kind of a search criteria. Even enterprise software can do a search criteria, but I want more intelligent this thing. Sometimes somebody may not have put in that keyword, but has has a very relevant experience. So I run that 1,000 profile through a machine learning algorithm, and I get 100 profiles. And out of those 100 profiles, then I can further do some video interviews, which again AI can help me. And from 100, I can bring it down to, and there are many companies these days which are offering this thing. And then this is brought down to, let's say, from 100 to 30, and then we call those 30 for interviews and then make selections. In a similar way, let's say you have 100 case files with you, or 1,000 case files with you. You have some criteria. You are studying based on some criteria. So you run it through a machine learning algorithm. You are able to reduce it to, let's say, 60 or 70. And then you say, okay, 60, 70, I will study, right? In a similar way, let's say potential client, you are doing some kind of a video interview, and then you also have the AI running in parallel. So a lot of data you are collecting. Okay, so we call it a discriminative AI because we are able to discriminate in a very simple terms. Let's say we say in the case of image classification, we say we show 3 images to machine learning algorithm. One is of a dog, the another is a cat, third is a mango, and the machine learning algorithm is able to identify this is the picture of dog. Now the same knowledge, if we apply in the legal domain, and this is through feature vector. So each object will have a feature vector. Similarly, on each case file can have a feature vector, and feature vector is distinct. Somebody was asking me that, okay, you are comparing dog, cat, and mango or flower. What about different varieties of dogs? So I said yes. Similarly, that lady was trying to see it from the job role, from the HR point of view. I said yes. Then each dog will have a feature vector, or each each species of dog, or you can say the type of dog will have a distinct feature vector. So this feature vector discriminates one thing from another. Your case laws are distinct. No two case laws are same. You can apply the feature vector. You can use, basically, what are you trying to do? You are automating a process. Let's say you are studying. You have 1,000 case laws. Now it is not possible, humanly possible, but you want to learn as much, and you have some kind of a criteria. So machine learning algorithm, the feature vectors are assigned to these case laws. You are able to identify 50 case laws, and we say that the machine learning algorithm may have a 98% accuracy, which means still 2% optimization is required. So to an extent of 98%, your machine learning algorithm has given you a true representative of 50 case laws from 1,000 case laws. One or two, or maybe one, you find out that out of this 50, this one is not something which is a great representative of what I wanted, but other 49 are very good, and my effort has been saved. Mainly it is an intelligent automation. So that is why we call it as a discriminative AI. Then let me also talk about legal analytics. In a business industry, we say data-driven, AI-based data-driven decisions. And there are various platforms where we call these as no code. You, as a user, you don't have to write any code. No code platforms. There are various platforms. So in a similar way, in legal analytics, let's say you want to see that you are building up this case for your client. Now you want to see what is the probability of my winning. Now, there are various parameters. There is a lot of data available. There are past judgments. So you also know forgive me because I am not a legal specialist, to the bench or to the judge, and what kind of behavior, what kind of past judgments she or he has given. All these parameters, you are using machine learning algorithm. And then for the particular case, this thing which you are building, it says the winning probability is 36%. Now, how accurate it is? So there are ways that machine learning gives a very, very good accuracy. Then you know that, whatever hard work you may put in, the probability of winning is only 36%. And accordingly, this is called predictive analytics. So we have various stages of analytics also. Some of you who want to take legal analytics as a field, or who want to study more about legal analytics, you will have descriptive analytics, which is the past, all the judgments which have been given, do the slicing and dicing of the data. Then there is a diagnostic. You lost a case. You do the diagnostic analysis. What have been the reasons? Maybe my arguments were weak. Maybe the facts I presented were weak. Maybe the overall case was weak right from the word go. And then we have a predictive, like I mentioned to you, and then the fourth stage is prescriptive. So we can use machine learning for data-driven decisions, which will be very helpful, because then maybe, see, you have finite, let's say you are running your own agency, your legal company, you have few lawyers, your bandwidth is limited. So you know that this case, the machine learning algorithm is giving me the probability of winning as very low. So no matter whatever I argue, no matter how much hard work I put in, I'm not saying you, because you have to do justice to your client. But then you know, maybe in another case, it is 82% as a winning probability. Maybe you will put more time because you want to make sure that this 82 doesn't come down to 40%. It goes towards 100%, right? Next is the generative artificial intelligence. So in last few years, we have started hearing the term generative, and especially for your interest, you will already be using ChatGPT or Gemini. So these are based on generative power transformers, large language models. Okay, so we call it a prompt engineering, and I would advise all of you must take some small book or download some material from internet, or even ask Gemini, ask ChatGPT. I want to learn about prompt engineering. Give me some resources. Your LLM, your ChatGPT or Gemini will give you some resources. Now, what is prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is a very systematic method of making prompts, role playing with the LLM, assigning roles to yourself and the LLM, which is ChatGPT or Gemini, and getting a lot of information. For example, I want to know, I put a prompt that please help me to understand more on legal analytics, especially the predictive analytics from civil case point of view, and then you can expand it from the point of view of, because you don't want American law, you want with respect to Indian legal system. Now this prompt engineering, which in few days you can start to gain proficiency, you can know that how to make very good prompts, how to role play with the LLM, how to assign roles, and then get best out of the LLM, because there is an ocean. How to draw whatever you need from that ocean, and that is what is called prompt. And even for your firm, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. We call these as prompt libraries. We can put the good prompts which have given us very good results. We put it in a prompt library. So next time somebody has to get the similar results, can just take the prompt from the library. No need to reinvent. Generally, what we do when we use ChatGPT or Gemini, we just put whatever comes to our mind, and that is a very ill-structured, haphazard way of doing prompts. So I will urge each one of you, because prompts will be very, very useful for you, because you will be needing LLMs for drafting contracts, for drafting notices. You want to send a legal notice, you can use prompt engineering. You can use LLM, and then you can download it, because it's downloadable in Word file, and then you can edit it, finalize it, put it in a PDF, then give it to the assistant that sent this notice. And now your effort has been minimized, right? Otherwise, I mean, you are drafting each and every word, every line. So you have used through a judicious prompt. You have used the LLM, and you have your job has been simplified. Similarly, non-disclosure agreements, other agreements. Some of you might be intellectual property lawyers. So that domain-related agreements and contracts. So the LLM will help you simplify your job. So this is generative AI. And then you are asking some cross-jurisdictional analysis in a particular, let's say, in a particular a criminal case which you are preparing. You are wanting a cross-jurisdictional Andhra Pradesh High Court, Punjab and Haryana High Court, Delhi High Court, different high courts on a similar kind of cases. What is that? What kind of judgments which were given? You can see mainly like a doctor. I mean, your to identify symptoms and then have a best treatment. In a similar way, as a lawyer, I mean, you interact with your client and you then make a best case for your client and make sure that your client wins, and you appropriately prepare the case, prepare the arguments, then lot many other skills which you require. So all this you can also, there are AI based legal tutors. You can, how do you present how these in the court, your how do you plead in the court? You can take the help of the tutor and some which we call a self-directed training or self-directed learning. That is what you can do. Then you would have also, in 10 minutes, we'll be finishing, and then I can take the question. Then you would have also heard the term agentic AI. See, we all are familiar with the chatbots, right? So from the chatbots, mainly it is an automated version of frequently asked questions. Chatbots, we have now started making chatbots more intelligent. We can speak also, the chatbot will be able to respond. Another thing which I wanted to mention, you can also use AI-based speech-to-text tools. For example, you are interviewing, let's say you are in Indore and your client is in Mumbai. You are interviewing your client. You can use Otter, for example, any AI-based tool during that video interview. And then that all that your client has said will be converted into a text, right? And that text will be 80-85%, right? And then some effort you have to put to bring it to 100%. Like when I was doing research, very interesting this thing. So in one of the transcripts with the various interviews I held, so the other person said I am in IIM Indore, and what did Otter write? IBM in the door. So Otter AI will make such silly mistakes. And then I said, what nonsense, IBM in the door. So I can change it with the door. So such interviews, you need a minimal effort, and then all that is then available in your Word file, right? So coming back to agents, for example, client onboarding, you are onboarding your client in your system. So there are various, you are doing the KYC, you are doing lot many other things. And then there is also some kind of a briefing, some kind of inputs which you have to collect, and uh, so all these things, if you give it to an agent is like you have replaced humans with an agent, and the agent will be able to uh, do everything, even set up the meeting, set up calendar invites, see the availabilities, match the this thing, do the KYC, do the onboarding, do the briefing, do the welcome this thing message, and even do a welcome kind of a video interview where the robot is speaking and the client is listening. All that is possible through agentic AI. And last 2 points, we use the term augmented intelligence, which I had used this term in the beginning. That is augmentation of whether it's machine learning, whether it's generative AI, whether it's Chat GPT, Gemini, agentic AI. You should not lose your intelligence, and the augmentation is a hybrid. You use artificial intelligence in whichever form, discriminative or generative, but you also use your creativity. AI should never substitute your creativity, and that is what we call it as augmented intelligence, which means you are boss, or at best you AI is your peer, if not subordinate. You are working together, and that is what we call as human AI collaboration. And we will see in next 10 years more and more of human AI collaboration, whether it's a medical field, legal field, business field. Everywhere you will see more and more artificial intelligence and humans collaborating harmoniously, not replacing. Maybe some processes which are very routine in nature, you can replace it with machine learning algorithm or any kind of automation. That is fine. But higher level, this thing where judgments are to be formed, where decisions are to be taken, AI can give you all the data, like that predictive analytics. Maybe AI is saying 38%, but your judgment says no, I can make a case out of it. So it is eventually it is your call, and that is what is augmented intelligence. And be ethical while you are using AI. I mean, but the privacy of data, your client data privacy, whether when you are using AI, then you must make sure that no privacy is, there is no compromise on any privacy. So that is what is known as the ethical use of AI. So I have discussed in very brief the Industry 1.0 to Industry 5.0, then the advent of AI, then the human brain and artificial neural networks, machine learning, generative AI, large language models, whatever I have just mentioned, the use in legal domain, and then the agentic AI, augmentation of AI, and then the ethical use of AI. So I will pause here, and you can ask your questions. You can ask it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask your questions. So Anna is asking, who should be, yeah, Asta Kumari, I'll just come to you. Let me answer Anna. Anna is saying, who should be held liable if an AI system causes harm or makes a wrong decision? Now, Anna, I just said AI is not to take a decision. Anna is to take a decision. So you will be held responsible. Reason being that if Excel makes a mistake, which is rare, and if there is maybe you use the wrong formula in Excel and there is a wrong result, who is responsible? Excel is responsible, or you are responsible? So that is very, very important when we use AI for data-driven decisions, when we take the help of AI for anything. AI will not be held responsible AI is not a punishable entity. AI is not an entity which can be prosecuted. Humans can be prosecuted. Firms can be prosecuted. Okay. So this is a good question which Anna you have raised. You can further study this thing. Yes, there was a raised hand, please, Astha.
Sir, I wanted to ask that how do we train our AI? Like if I talk about ChatGPT or other platform like Gemini and all. So I've been an advocate, been a law student. I want to train my AI to think in a more theoretical way or in a more legal way as compared to other normal person or any
Okay.
research related matter. Though sometimes data has been wrong on AI, that we know it has been developing and it will develop in future. So what should I do?
Okay. So first of all, when you've used when you asked me chat gpt or gemini you are using, because the free versions, even I also use akshay gayatri rao, I will just come to you. I also use for designing courses, I for my work, but I do not blindly copy. I get some insights, and sometimes I just give a prompt and I get something, and then I shut the LLM. I said, no, this is not what I wanted. You are just confusing me. I will think myself. Okay. Now, what is very important is that you should learn the judicious way to give prompts, and that is why I said in my earlier that prompt engineering, learning prompt engineering is very important. There are short-term courses also which you can finish, 10-12 hours course. You can take a book also. Then you have to practice. I mean, without practice, you will not be able to efficiently make prompts, because there is it looks very simple. Okay, prompt में क्या है? We just have to put a prompt. No, you have. There are many methods. There are a lot of role playing which is involved. There are many methods. There are many methods to challenge. There are many methods to sort of not finish with one prompt but have series of prompts. So I would say that it won't take long, maybe few days, and then you can get basics of making good prompts. You will get a lot of free material also. But I would say that some kind of local course on Coursera, or take a small book and equip yourself with this thing, and then that will help you leverage the LLMs better, because you'll be able to get the right answers from the LLM. Gayatri Rao, you had a
Thank you,
question?
sir. That was a grateful insight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Akshay, Gayatri Rao.
Yes, sir. Sir, hi, good evening.
Good
I
evening.
am, as you have said, I'm with the background of human resources and I'm pursuing law right now. So I would like to, I just got some curiosity on how it was helpful to you, and what is the most surprising way that you have been with AI recently?
Okay, so what is your question? Sorry, I couldn't follow your question.
Yes, sir. So, what is the most surprising way that you have been with AI recently? Like, what is the moment that you got surprised with AI when it is coming to academics and your related role?
Yeah, so I mean, I have been pleasantly surprised, especially uh, machine learning application in talent acquisition. I've been very pleasantly surprised. I worked with several companies for my research, and I have written papers also in artificial intelligence in resources management, which are very well accepted globally also. So I've been very pleasantly surprised of the power of AI in talent acquisition. In a similar way, there is a power of AI. We only read in newspapers, we only read on LinkedIn or internet, and why don't we start using ourselves? And I've been very pleasantly surprised with the response of Gemini while I have been designing. I will give you a small example. I was a women leadership program. We have a 4 months flagship program. I was designing the uh, the course, and there was one module on collaboration, and I could come with the term engage for that module, and then I kept thinking that no, this is not. I need a more meaty this thing. I just put that summary of that module, that this is what I want, and Gemini responded, "Why don't you name it Engage Seamlessly?" And that named that module Engage Seamlessly. So seamlessly came from Gemini, Engage came from me. That became a wonderful title of the module. You have to engage with AI. You have to work with AI. You have as a friend, as a peer. Okay, somebody has asked what are the tools. So there are machine learning tools. There are platforms like KNIME. There are tools like Otter. There are a lot of agentic AI tools. So all these various categories under which I have explained, you can yourself see. You can do some courses from Coursera. Manoj is saying that he's done some research in IP. Ritisha, you want to ask something? Ritisha Rutuparna.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, since AI can reflect human biasness, so how can we make sure it's fair in high-stake areas like hiring or policing, like or law enforcement?
Sorry, repeat. Your voice is not very clear.
Sir, since AI can reflect human biasness, sir, how can we make sure that it's fair in high-stake areas like hiring or policing or law enforcement?
You are saying the AI can replace humans, right?
No,
Can
sir.
you put it in a chat? Can you put your question in a chat?
Sure, sir.
Who Manoj is saying, who owns AI generated content? Now, all that content which you generate, see, there's a difference here, Manoj. I mean, I cannot use a Gemini and make a few chapters and then publish a book, and everything has come from Gemini. I think that will be legally not tenable. But if I am using AI, and because this is something which I have told you earlier also, you are not to copy what AI is telling you. You can use that, like for my course title, I used the module heading as Engage Seamlessly. Now that is fine. So, but if I write 100 pages book and the entire thing is Gemini responses, I think that is legally questionable. Okay, because then that is not my IPR. So there is a difference between using AI as my peer, then creating an IPR which doesn't belong to me, and I am just using. But this is a very good question which you have raised. As legal professionals, you should study more. So let me see the question from Tisha. AI can reflect human biases, then how can we make sure it is fair? Yeah, absolutely. Very good question. That is what I did not go into the details because of the time, paucity of time. In the field of AI ethics, we talk about AI biases, and the AI biases, how to reduce AI biases, how to reduce algorithmic biases. That is a very, very important field of AI. Can I ask some of you to, I also wanted to take this snapshot. Can you open your videos and I can just take a quick snapshot?
So can I ask another question, please?
Yeah, just a second.
Sure. Sir.
Okay, let's, yeah, I have taken the snapshot. Okay, fine. You can put off your video if you want. Somebody who has not asked any question. So the repeat questions, I mean, I think before I answer those, we only have 5 minutes left.
Sir, I have a query.
Yes,
Uh,
Nikita, go ahead.
Sir, during your explanation, you used the term LLMs. What it means?
LLM is a large language model. All the Chat GPT and Gemini. For example, you are asking this thing. What is Article 19 of Indian Constitution? And the the LLM is giving you the entire answer about the Article 19 or what is Article 14, because LLM has a huge databases, and that is the based on the language query which you are giving, it is fetching the responses and giving you the answer. But
Thank you, sir.
yeah, all of you must be on top of these things. I mean, don't think that no, we are legal professionals. It will help you a lot. It will help you to progress in your career. It will help you to take better decisions. It will help you to prepare your cases better. It will help you to rise as a legal expert in your domain. It will help you to sort of be more effective. Okay. So if there is nothing else, I think we've almost reached top of the hour. Let me see if there is any last question. And also, it is great to see that you are such a great legal community. So many people, and we have had, I think, at one point in time, I was seeing 120, 130 that. I mean, from your community who joined this call. So that is great. So I'm on LinkedIn. Should there be global ethical, Ritisha? So Mansoor, you have to find out AI tools. There are many. You can use the tools which businesses are also using, because there is only a difference of context. The tool remains same. Otter, whether I use Otter for interviewing my business prospect, or you use Otter for your this thing, for your own prospective client, both application, both use cases are possible. Okay. Now, Ritisha, last thing, you asked whether there is a globe. There will not be in the near future any global kind of ethical guidelines. Even in the country, I mean, in one of the CII conferences, I said it's a time has come when Prime Minister makes a separate Ministry of Artificial Intelligence. We have Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, but I still very firmly believe the time has come when we have Ministry of Artificial Intelligence. Maybe soon it might come into being, and that cannot legally in the near future put the guidelines, but can encourage companies and institutions to adopt legal guidelines, and maybe at some point in time there might be, yes, Yogesh is saying there might be legislative rules also, regulatory authority also for this regulation of misuse to avoid, eliminate these algorithmic biases and misuse of AI, because AI can also be abused. And right now there is no separate regulatory authority. So all these things will happen. You will see a lot of progress in the next 5 years or so. So thank you very much. This is the top of the hour. I appreciate all of you joining this call, and these were very, very good questions. That's why I kept more time for questions. So I appreciate all of you joining. So thank you. Bye-bye.
Sir, shall we conclude the meeting?
Yeah, it is. You can conclude. Yes, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for delivering such wonderful session. We appreciate your efforts and look forward to more opportunity to learn from you in the future.
Sure, sure.
Thank you everyone for joining Legal Vidya.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thank you. Bye.